welcome to my channel. My name is Angela. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And before I get started, I want to read my disclaimers. If you are in immediate danger, please call 911 or you can reach out to the domestic hotline at 800-799-SAFE, 800-799-7233. And for mental health resources, reach out to NAMI at 800-950-NAMI, 800-950-6264. You can also text NAMI at 741741. With that being said, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. So today I want to talk about two stories, excuse me, that's in the news. The first one is the recent story that happened in Memphis, Tennessee. The victims are Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy Hoyle. And before I get started, I want to send out my condolence to the family. And in no way, shape, or form am I trying to make light of the situation. I just wanted to give my opinions on what happened. And also just reiterate that we as women should be mindful, especially our young women. Stay mindful of who you bring into your life, because everybody that you associate with, there can be consequences that are not so good. And in this case, it just seems like this woman was in bed with the devil. And I said that to say that, most people want to always project that this person may have had a mental illness, or whatever the case may be suffering. And I'm not saying that he doesn't. I don't know anything about this man. But what I do know, that people are, letting the devil in. Demonic possession is real. It's something that I do believe in. And it's happening all over the place. This man, the woman's mother, April, said that when she was in the courtroom, he just stared at her. He offered up no apologies and showed no remorse. And that's just letting me know that he's possessed. And he was possessed during the times of the killing. These are my opinions, as I say. I don't think that there's a mental illness that he has, because he's also married, which they've been separated for a while. He has a 5-year-old son, and then he has a girlfriend who has a 1-year-old son, I think it was. I'm not sure if it was a son or a daughter. So what makes you think that it's mental illness that he would kill the last mother of his child and the baby? So it sounds like he didn't want these people in his life. He had told stories reporting that he had asked for an abortion, for her to have an abortion, but he did nothing to protect himself from having another child, because he was in a relationship with the other woman, and I won't mention her name here because she's not relevant just of yet. There are stories saying that this was a love triangle and maybe she had something to do with it. However this story unfolds, I do see that there's something that's demonic about it. If you look at his picture, he looks like he's just not there, and not in a crazy way. People are so quick to say, oh, he was crazy, he has a mental illness, which, like I said, I'm no doctor and I'm not making a diagnosis. These are all my opinions. To me, it looks like he's just possessed. And so, as a young woman, when you're dealing with someone, especially if you're dealing with someone in secret, you have to be careful, because you never know what this person is plotting. And then sometimes you have to see the signs for what they are. If he is telling you that he wants an abortion, and you want to keep the child, at that time I would break ties and just not be around this man. I wouldn't have anything to do with him. And they said that she was a wonderful mother and she took care of her other child. So unfortunately, this would have been the case where you would have been a mother with 2 children, a single mother, and you would have to take care of your kids because he's telling you that he wanted an abortion. And having this baby did not change his mind, even though his Danielle's mother said that he was there at the hospital and he held the child. And she said something that, made me think, how could you kill your own child right after holding this child a few days earlier? So that lets me know that this man is not crazy. He's far from it, in my opinion. He's possessed. So, like I said, I don't want to make light of the situation. I send my condolence to the Hoyo family, and may they both rest in peace. And now, moving on to the next story. What I thought was odd about this happened February 5th, 3 days after the first killing. This man goes online after he shoots his ex-girlfriend, and her name is Ariana Reeds. Ariana Reeds, and they live in Brown Deer, Wisconsin. So that's 600 and some miles away from Memphis, Tennessee. So this guy, he shoots her after she drops off the baby because they're no longer in a relationship, and the child is 5 years old. So he leaves the she's on her way, I'm assuming, out the house, but he shoots her, and 2 people are trying to help her. He starts shooting at them, and he actually killed one of the innocent bystander that was trying to help this young lady get to safety. And after he shoots him, she's crawling back to the apartment trying to run for her life. He unloads and shoots her until she's dead. And then he runs back into the apartment, gets on Facebook, and makes a post about how he's tired of being played with mentally. And he also states in this post that he's not crazy, and he's just tired of all the games. So this just lets me know that everybody that's out here being guided by the devil is trying to use an insanity plea. So fortunately for him, though, this guy, he kills himself, so he ends his life. But he's making a big to-do about it on Facebook, how he's going to kill himself. But he didn't want to do this in front of his son. He's asking for the police to come. He mentions that he's not crazy. He doesn't go into details on why he shoots her, so I'm only giving my opinion that he was still mad that she wasn't coming back to him or going to be in a relationship with him. So another thing that I want to point out, I don't know why, she broke up with this guy. It doesn't really go into anything about why they separated, but you have to just be more careful on how you drop off your children. I can't say that this would have been prevented if they had a public place where they did the exchange. Who knows? But in most instances, it's best if you do have a public place to exchange. So there's no no problems, and there's witnesses. Nobody knows what happened in that apartment, and thankfully he didn't kill his child, but no one knows what happened. I was looking on the Facebook posts on how he posted that he suffers from paranoia and PTSD. So like I said, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not making any diagnosis. We all sometimes suffer from PTSD, especially with the last 3 years of what's been going on in the world. But that gives you no reason to go around killing people. And my opinion is that he killed this woman because she was moving on with her life, and she was only 23. She had moved on with her life, and she was trying to do right by her son by allowing this man to have visits. So it's important that you be safe and you stay safe. And like I said, I really don't think either of these people were crazy or have suffered any mental illness. I think they are both demonic possessed, or there's a demonic possession going on. And it's funny how this happened in Memphis, and then just a few days later, 600 and some miles away, another incident happened that's similar. And I wrote down a scripture that talks about demonic possession, and it's Matthew 12, verses 43 to 45. You can read it, but it talks about how when the demons possess someone, they go and they look for rest. And if they can't find it, they move on to someone else. And the other case or the other situation becomes worse than the first one, which this reminded me of the two stories that I'm talking about. So it's important that we be careful who we entertain, be careful who we allow to come in our lives, be careful who we procreate with, and be careful with the people that are around us that's just coming around and pretending to be something. Like I've always said, listen to your intuition, watch for signs, and protect yourself. Again, I want to send out my condolence to both families, Ariana Reed's family, and I'm praying for her child that's left, and also Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy Hoyle, also praying for the 10-year-old child that's left. I send out my condolence to both families, and I will keep you in my prayers. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you know someone that's in a situation as of both of these stories, please talk to them and try to help them. And share this video, but protect yourself is very important. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching.